You know it's gonna be a fantastic day if Kickstarter deliveries start showing up on your doorstep. This is Tabletop Goodness, and today we will be looking at Throne Outcasts. Now, I've been talking about Throne in a previous video already, especially with the Santa vs. Krampus pack that I have right here, so if you're interested in the actual mechanics of the game, make sure to check out that video, which I will link for you. But today we will be actually looking at the new Throne Outcasts box that I have here, and about some of the characters that come with it, as well as this fantastic promo pack, which was part of the Kickstarter. So let's get started. Okay, first of all, let's check out this Throne promo card set. So one of the things that this came with is a few so-called mythic cards, which look obviously very nice, and they actually depict all the heroes that we can play. We have the Pale Lady here, we have the Headless Horseman, we have the Raveness, and we have the Necromancer. And they also come with some of these specific promo cards, which you can obviously add to your deck if you want to. And we got, we got an instruction card here as well, but we also have these so-called randomizer cards. So if you do not want to roll your dice to select a hero, for example, at random, you can actually draw one of these cards in order to determine which hero you're gonna play and which hero your opponent is going to play. Just a very nice added flair, I would say. But yeah, let's have a look at the actual box. So it comes in this strong box here with a magnetic lid. We have some very cool comic here on top, very nicely done. And we do have this storage system here. And you know, I'm a big fan of storage systems, and I talked about how to organize some of your games like a few times already. So we have all these specific trays here with the characters. They're all self-contained here. We have the Pale Lady. We do have the Headless Horseman. We do have the Raveness, and we do have the Necromancer. Okay, so let's get started. We also have some further reference sheets here, and we do have a whole host of tokens actually. Okay, fair enough. So let's check this out. And we're gonna do that hero by hero then, but let's check out the tokens here and the quick reference guide that is included in this pack here. So we do have all these tokens, punch-out tokens, obviously, that we need for these specific characters, and we have these rules of play here. But yeah, one of the things is the dice style is actually like really, really easy to play. It's one of the main selling points. It's a Yahtzee style of game, push your luck kind of game, where you get 3 rolls on your dice, basically. And depending on these rolls, you will actually be able to execute some actions. Okay, so let's get just started somewhere at random. Let's maybe start with the Pale Lady, open that up, and check her out. So the Pale Lady is actually quite interesting a character, and she's one of the more easier to play ones because she can, as you can see, transform into a werewolf, which is very, very cool. I really like her hero board, as you can see here. She has like all these, she has a passive ability here, for example, that lets her collect moon shards. And if enough moon shards have been collected, she will transform into a werewolf, where she can unleash the beast with her ultimate ability if she does roll 5 6s actually on her dice, and depending on whether she loses moon shards, she will actually transform back into the Pale Lady again. And we do have her hero instruction sheet right here as well, with the rules clarifications. I really actually like that they print those on there as well, just to make sure that you really understand how the hero actually works. We have the combat point counter, and we got the beautifully themed health counter as well. I really like that these are made of sturdy materials. As you can see, they are very functional, and it means that you do not need to bring anything else. Basically, all you need to bring is this specific tray here, and let's open those up. As you can see, it's all nicely packed. We got the turn order card here, which is nice. Basically, it just tells you about how every turn is functioning. And we have all her cards. Again, you can refer to the other video as well, but there's some instants that you can basically play every time you want to. And then there's specific cards like these main cards, main turn cards, that you can play during your main turn, and then there's some other ones that you can play during attacking, and so on and so forth. What's really nice is, and let's see whether I can actually find one. Yeah, here for example, as you can see, the trick of the light says if werewolf, heal 2 and flip your hero board. So there's certain cards that actually refer to the form that you're currently in, which I like. And if we look at some of these dice, I think these are just like beautiful. They are done really, really nice. They have this opalescent, I don't know, pinkish color to it. So very thematic also very with the tray. So yeah, that's kind of the Pale Lady. So the Pale Lady is more about turning into different characters, a different kind of character at least. Then we got the Necromancer here. Let's check him out. The Necromancer is actually the most complex character to play because it can summon skeletal warriors, skeletal mages, and bone golems. One of the interesting things is with this one here is that you have a specific card. It's called the Unearth card. And the Unearth card tells you, well, it doesn't actually tell you anything, but it actually blocks one of your abilities every single turn, which is quite nice. And I really like the finish on these cards. It feels very silky. It's like kind of similar to the added cards also in the, I think it was Krampus that had like all these evil little helpers as well. So yeah, basically this card is blocking one of your abilities each turn. So you basically have to decide which one you will give up for this turn. Again, we got turn order cards, etc., etc. And the main idea behind the Necromancer is that you use corpses. So you can gain corpses all kinds of different ways, either by using some of your abilities that you have on the board, or by actually moving the Unearth card as well to then summon skeletal warriors, skeletal mages, and bone golems, which will fight for you. You have this corpse dial here, which will count the amount of corpses that you have, and you do have, again, the very thematic combat point counter and health point counter as well. And the dice here are in this beautiful greenish color here. Again, very fitting with the tray and with everything in this game. I really like the way that they're doing that. Oh, and I just saw that only now, actually, that they do have the same card in a standard treatment and in this kind of, I don't know, silky, I don't know what it is. It's like airbrushed almost, or air pocketed, like you would have with some of the playing cards as well, like higher end playing cards. Okay, so we got the Raveness. I really, really like her. Why do I like her? I'm a big fan of the poems by Edgar Allan Poe, and she has a companion called Nevermore, which you can summon. Nevermore will actually go ahead and absorb vitality of some of your opponents and potentially give that back to you. Look at him, how grim he looks. He also has a specific counter. So basically you can count how much life you will gain if Nevermore flies back to you. There's the so-called Nevermore die roll during your upkeep, during the opponent's upkeep, and depending on what the opponent will roll, all kinds of bad things can happen to him. They have this beautifully dark dice here. I really think that the pink actually pops very nice on these dice as well. Again, combat points and health points as with all the other characters as well. And the last character that we're going to look at is the Headless Horseman. Now, the Headless Horseman is funny in this way that he, as you can see, he has his pumpkin head, like resting kind of in midair. And the idea behind this one is that he uses this haunted head to throw that onto his opponents, or opponent, actually, depending on whether you play as team or in a two-player game. And depending on the amount of dreadful tokens actually that you have, you can terrorize your opponent. And if you terrorize your opponent, you deal him damage and you gain some positive status effects like Grim Pursuit here. You need 4 of these dreadful tokens to terrorize your opponent. And then it's mealtime for you. So we got these super funny looking pumpkin heads on the dice as well. And we do have the very thematic, again, combat points and health points in here, as well as the cards, which are, as usual, very nicely themed, like Rolling Pumpkin and the Spirited Reprisal, Unescapable Dancing Pumpkin. Yeah, so as you can see, a lot of focus on pumpkins here. And we do have Dark Surprise, for example, as well, which gains you 2 dreadful. So it's a bit of resource management. Again, I think the most complex hero to actually play in Outcasts is the Necromancer. The Headless Horseman is maybe just like 1 notch down, and then you would have the Pale Lady and the Raveness as the easier to play characters. Well, I really hope that you enjoyed this unboxing basically and talking about the characters. I wish you a fantastic day and see you again next time on Tabletop Goodness.